I have no clue. Hold on, let me make sure everything is up. It's glitchy in here tonight, just to let y'all know. So let me know if you can hear me loud and clearly. I need to know that part. But anyway, until I know. Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
Alright, so let me get the formalities out of the way. Let's just do that first. If you don't know, today is Media Monday. It is Media Monday. Today is the day where we come in to be nosy. It is our job on Media Monday to be nosy, and we are on the GAB beat. So, make sure you hear. I got some things to talk about. I even have some things to talk about that I don't really want to talk about, but they're on the GAB beat, so I kind of have to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about them briefly, and then I'm going to move on. I'm going to save them for the last, for like some quick topics or whatever type of situation, because I really don't want to waste my time on it. But anyway, make sure you drop a comment. You can call in, you can text. The number is 443-850-4828. 443-850-4828. You can call in, you can drop a text. I will read your text live on the air as they come in. If you call in, know that you will be live on the air. So watch your behavior. Or you can ask me to drop the link, and I will. Again, you must be on your best behavior, because I'm not doing the nonsense today. I'm really not in that type of mood to be doing a whole bunch of nonsense today. So keep it cute. Keep it cute. Alright? Keep it real cute. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like. We need every share. We need every subscription. We appreciate all of those things. It's a free way to support the show, so make sure you do that. And if you are on YouTube, hit the notification bell so that you can know when we're going live. I guess if you're following me on Twitch, you would get that too. And if on Facebook, you just see it because I'm here. And I said, so yeah, tell them, Doc, hit the like buttons. He said, talk the talk. I am, because we nosy on Mondays. I got to tell everybody Steve on Mondays, well, as much as I can get in. So it is what it is. I'm in here tripping today, y'all. Don't pay me no mind. Well, pay me all the mind, but don't pay me any mind. All right, so I want to get to this first story because it's kind of interesting. And it's kind of interesting. Let me get this off the screen real quick so I can make sure I'm writing. Okay. So it's kind of interesting because she is the daughter of Rap Elite. So when you hear things like this, it's like, what? Nuh-uh. So let's get to it. We talking about Angela Simmons. So Angela Simmons allegedly abandoned ship from her penthouse without paying the bill. And now a judge just hit her with a $48,704 dollar bill. We gonna not miss the 40 cents. She also owed 40 cents on that too. Jesus. I'm gonna tell you what I think in a minute though, but let's get to it. So according to the docs, Angela rented a flat in the Pembroke at Fort Lee Coop in Randolph, New Jersey, in October 2019. The landlord claimed that Angela started racking up huge late fees for not paying rent in full in the late 2020. The tab eventually ballooned to more than $50,000. Oh my gosh. According to the legal docs, Angela failed to respond to the complaint, and eventually the court entered a default judgment against her for $48,000, which includes late fees, unpaid rent, repairs, and more. Child. I got something to say about this in a minute. It's interesting because shortly after the judgment, she kicked promotional efforts She kicked off promotional efforts for her cake company. She kicked him off in overdrive. Angela's been dating Yo Gotti, and recently she said that she's his one and only, the one and only for him, and maybe he'll crack open his piggy bank and help her with the bill. Listen, so people always assume, yeah, she is with Yo Gotti. I'm glad you asked that question because I was in it, baby. I was in it. Here's the thing: people always assume that these folk don't have issues just like we do. Now they her reps have been reached out to. No comment has been given. And I'm glad that Yo Gotti came up in the conversation, and here's why. Because I feel like once she got with him, she wasn't worried about that penthouse no more. I feel like she just been focused, and I'm quite sure, I'm more than certain that is not the only location that she has available. Again, she is the daughter of Rap Elite, but at the same time, we never know what people are going through. We don't know. We only know what we see on the screen. We don't know. We watch TV, we see them, they live this glamorous, beautiful life. Yeah, she left it high and dry. I feel like when she got with Yo Gotti and they started getting serious, and that was Boo Thang, and he had a crush forever, and once they got together, she was like, I can't even say it yet, but she was like, screw that penthouse. Me and my son, we get ready to go, and we get ready to go rock out with him. But at the same time, again, we don't really know how these people live. We only know what is presented to us. So in my opinion, I don't think it's a money thing, though. I just think that she just was like, screw that penthouse. I really do. I really think that she was really like, all right, you know what? I'm rocking with y'all. We rocking out. They probably got a little spot. And like I said, I don't think that that's the only spot that she has. I think that's just one spot. And that was the spot for her to be closer to New York. Because I do know they was doing a thing in Atlanta for a minute. I don't know about Miami, but who knows? I know her and her sister and her brother were in Atlanta for a minute. So, who knows? Who knows? It's being responsible. It is being responsible. But, Doc, let me pose let me pose this scenario. No, let me pose this question. Cause she's an adult. She has a son. But when have these kids ever been freaking responsible? Nothing about that generation down says responsibility. And although we expect responsibility from them, which you got a child, so I would expect the utmost responsibility in that case, because your child is, what you're supposed to do it for. But I don't know. I don't even look at these kids like, when she's a grown woman, but I just don't be looking at them like they're the most responsible generations. Her generation forward, they don't really give me the most responsible the most responsible vibes. I'm sorry to say that, but they don't. Messing up her credit for no reason. Yeah, that's the other part. Your financial stability, your financial portfolio is at play, because now you have this. That's $48,000. That's not lightweight. That's not bull. That's $48,000. Man, shoot. But again, when they're in that social class and in that financial class, they don't be caring about that kind of stuff. And again, when you got your boo thing over here, he got a little paper, she might feel like she all right. I don't know. But yeah, they don't really strike me as the most responsible generations, her generation back. And I promise you, I look at that all the time. So before I get to the next one, I'm going to say this again. Please remember to drop a comment, call in, or text 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828, or you can ask me to drop a comment. As long as you're on your best behavior on all situations, we are good. And also remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. So, yeah. But no, they don't really strike me, their generations. Like, they not worried about that kind of stuff. Really, I feel like they look at it like I got money, and so I'm going to be all right. But then I'll get to that in a minute, and I'll jump back to this to make my point. But yeah, these younger generations have no clue what the struggle really is. You feel me? So, and especially in her case, because she did come from an elite family within the hip hop community. So maybe she just doesn't care. I don't know. But what I do know is she has racked up a hefty little bill. A hefty big bill, $48,000 worth of back payment that she needs to pay. So the judge ruled on behalf of the plaintiff, which was the landlord, and they're requesting that they're demanding that she pays the $48,000 and some change. So that's that. Child. That's that. That is crazy. Anyway, so let's move on. This is crazy because somebody inserted their self into the situation, which I'm like, you really don't have room to insert yourself. But let's get to it. As we should know by now, water got a little dry in the throat. But as we should know by now. As we should know by now, Megan Thee Stallion is no longer with 1501 certified entertainment label. She rallied against for years. And Trinidad James, which is the person that I feel has no room to insert himself, thinks the savage rapper can become even... okay, well, see, that part I can get with. She can become even bigger act. It's truth. She can. And it don't hurt that she signed the Rock Nation. But Trinidad floated all the possibilities this week, but predicts that Meg will land all right. He says there's also a possibility of a monumental fizzle, and that's where I'm gonna tell you why that says a lot to me. So Meg Thee Stallion, hold on, let me get where I need to go to. Hold on, I skipped over some stuff. So Meg Thee Stallion is gearing up to resume her career Monday with a new release after telling fans that she was entering a new journey and that she'll be paying out of her own pocket to give fans good news about an album. Okay. So Trinidad James then says having a solid team is crucial, which is very true. Your team is everything. And I'm a preach in a minute, but give me a second. It's crucial to making money in the music biz, and the industry especially is shady when it comes to the needs of women. That's truth. That's very true, and I'm going to tell you why I say that's true. He's speaking from experience, having storylines created from his timeline on Def Jam Records to his current indie hustle powered by his 357 agency. As for 151 and Carl, the split was nothing but amicable, and they wish Meg the best moving forward. Let's get to these comments real quick. Hold on. I want to get to this because I want to go comment through. I want to start going through whatever whatever conversation we're having, and then get into the comments, so that way it'll correlate with what we're actually talking about, and then we can move on to the next subject. But let's get to Doc said, not sure if Meg is hitting like she was. We shall see. Now here's the thing about Megan Thee Stallion right now. With all the controversy and all the bull crap, I will say she is booked and busy. She has a movie out. Well, she's in a movie. She has a role in a movie. I'm not sure that it's a movie that I would want to see, but she's in the movie. And the LGBTQ community is some more letters to that, but I just don't have time to go through all the letters right now. And plus and symbols and signs, I can't do it right now. I'm sorry. And it's nothing against the community, because I got mad peoples within the community, but there are a lot of letters to say within that community. I get tongue-tied. I just don't have time to say it. It's nothing personal. I just really don't have time to go through all the letters, and it's too much. But this is a big movie for the community. And Meg is in it, and so, we're going to see. And maybe because they are touching on, that aspect of life, it'll be a big box office hit. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not one of the critics that are, well, I could critique the music. I thought about doing that. But anyway, I'm not one of the critics, so I'm not critiquing the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I do know that it is out. I know that it's out. And then she's funding her own album herself. Here's the thing. The machine is very important when it comes to this music industry. There are a lot of independent artists out here. And I think that for a lot of artists that have label backing, when they switch over to the lane of being an independent artist, you don't have that machine anymore. So that means you have to work 10 times harder. And that means you have to put out way more money. Do I think Meg can do it? I do, because I feel like she's making the money to be able to afford the certain things that you need to put out an album, such as marketing. That costs. And I'm gonna be real with you, as a marketing professional, I'm gonna be real. It can get kind of pricey, and nobody understands why it costs. Like when we quote them prices, nobody understands why. Like, well, why is it that high? Because it's a lot of things that you have to do in the market. It's not just hanging up a billboard. You got to pay for the commercials. You got to pay for the billboards. You got to pay for, those media spots that people get and they go and talk to people. Yeah, you can get the podcasts and things of that nature. But when it comes to them big wigs, it's it's business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of intricate parts. Graphic designers, you have to pay for them. Photographers, you have to pay for them. It's a lot of different layers and bits and pieces to breaking an artist and making sure that that artist has the best possible light shine on them that you can possibly get for them. So for her, she's funding it herself. So I don't know. But again, she's doing movies and things of that nature. So maybe it's a possibility that she can cover the cost and that she can make it happen. And for us, no, Meg was never like my favorite. Y'all know how I feel about female rappers. Y'all know how I feel about them. I'm very hard on them specifically because I'm a woman, and in my mind it's a certain, and then I come from an era where they were looked at differently, and now they're looked at in a certain pedigree and degree. And I know. Oh, you used to like Lil' Kim, you used to like Foxy, yes, but they were still like Queen Latifah's and MC Lights and Raw Diggers. It was a lot of other mixtures in there, just because everybody focuses on Lil' Kim and Foxy, but there were a lot of other female rappers, MCs out there that were doing their thing. So, yeah, it's different. So let's get to these comments. LGBTQIA AU Big Purr. Listen, that's too much, Doc. I can't. It's a lot. And then it's a lot to say, and especially when I only got an hour show, and I got to get all of this out, and then I get tongue tied. It's crazy. Hope she's willing. Let me see what you say. Hope she's willing to spend that. That's what she said. She said she's spending that. She said she's footing the bill for her whole album. That's what she said. She's putting the money up. She's backing her own self. She still has the management with Rock Nation. So, that put her in a different position than a lot of other independent artists. So we see how that works out. Let me see. Cat dislikes those broads, aka female rappers. I like femcs. The rappers. These girls, these girls of this, and I know everybody, you gotta give them a shot, and music change, and you gotta get with the time. No, I don't have to get with anything. I get with what I like. If you want to get with it, you can, but I'm not going to do anything that I don't like. Cat does not do. I'm called a cat for a reason. If you know anything about the feline species, y'all don't get to tell us what to do. We do what we want. You think about it. You get a house cat. Your house cat comes to you when she wants to come, or he wants to come to you, not when you say come here. Like, you'll be like, come here, Fifi, come here, whatever you named your cat. Come here. And the cat will look at you and go the opposite way. The cat is going to do what the cat wants to do. So you can get with the bullshit. I'm just not going to do it. And I digress. They don't call me cat for nothing. I march to my own beat. I've been marching to my own beat. I do my own thing. Nobody tells this cat what she's going to do. I'm going to my scratch and post and maybe looking for some catnip. I don't got time for y'all. Hold on. Let me make it clear, because nobody tells cat what to do. I needed to put that up there. Sorry. Nobody tells this cat what to do. Now let's get to these. They not femcs, they're rappers. See, it's the distinction in between. You know how, I'm going to give an example. So how people would categorize hip-hop and then rap music, they're rappers. And I don't even know if I want to call them that, because that's a whole nother story. I'm going to leave that alone. But nobody tells Cat she has to like anything that Cat doesn't like. Cat likes what Cat likes. AU, big purr. So anyway, let's get to, and before I get to that, I'm free to curse. Yeah, fuck that. They not gonna tell me what I get to like. I fucking like what I want to like. Thank you. I appreciate it. My doc. My baby. I've been trying to hold it in. I don't know if you know this, but I've been trying to hold it in. I've been trying not to be potty mouth. It's hard. It's hard work. Drop a comment. Call in, text the number 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. You will be live on air, so be mindful of that. Or you can ask me to drop the link, and I will. But you also still need to be mindful of that. And I will drop the link as long as you're on your best behavior. But as soon as I see some, you're out of here. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. It's a free way to support this show, and then we appreciate every like, every share, every subscription. I really want the likes. We trying to move the algorithms, but whatever. Yeah, so that's that. Let me get that off the screen. Let's move on. We got more to talk about. So, again, the younger generations, I understand that you guys have to move the way you have to move. Some of us are parents. Some of us, not all of us, in my generation. And if you don't know, I come from Generation X, so we move a little different. We had beepers and freaking rotary phones and freaking cassette tapes and stuff of that nature. So the way we move is different. We came up on a cusp, so we a little bit different than y'all. But I think in certain situations, because our generation, our parents, I'm not even going to talk about what kind of parents some of our generation is. Not me. I'm a good parent. But, yeah, Blockbuster. Yeah, Doc, Blockbuster. Yes, Blockbuster. We we come from a different time. We didn't have, oh snap, guess who's in the kaboom? Guess who stepped in the room? What up, Rock? Hi, honey. Now make sure you say hi back. But anyway, yeah, we come from a different type of situation where when we grew up, we had different mechanism. Like the computers were fairly a new thing to have in your household. You might have had them at work, you might have had them in school, but you didn't really generally have them in the household. And then we transitioned into having them in our household, and we got the internet, and then we had to listen to that dumbass sound and all that. Hey, all right, see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I just thought I required you come up in here and say hi. Drop a comment. I love it. I love it. I want more of it. Doc said, without Rock, hit that like button. Yes, do that. But anyway, so we come from a different time. So this is one of those situations where I believe, I don't know how old his mother is, but I know that yeah, we still, and caller ID, the little box though. And it took a minute for you to get the call wait and caller ID too. That was a big one. When you had that, you had the call wait and caller ID. It was a whole nother monster. But I don't know how old this young man's mother is, but I know that he's a different generation. I'm assuming she came from my generation too. I don't know. It's alleged. I don't know. I really don't know, what her generation is. I'm thinking she a Gen Xer though. So let's get to this NLE Chopper situation. His mom is worried sick for her son, saying that she hasn't heard from him. And this is how she might be a Gen Xer. She hasn't heard from her son in hours. Asking anyone who may have had contact with him to get in contact with her ASAP. His mom, Angela Potts, posted the concerning message on Friday, writing, "Y'all help me pray over my child. He plans on moving back to Cottonwood, where he worked hard to get out of just for a mixtape." Shaking my head. "I ain't talked to this boy in hours, and he usually doesn't do this. One thing I know about my son is that he doesn't go ghost for any reason." I'm quite sure she found him by now, because no crazy major headlines came up like he was, anything happened to him, they found his remains anywhere, anything like that. What in the world? Why is this up here? None of that happened, right? And how do I get it off? Yo, I don't want this on here. Okay, thank you. Nothing crazy, has been reported. And as a mom, because thank you, Doc, I was getting ready to get to that next. It's a mother's love. Yeah, as a mom, and especially if you're close with your child, it is very hard as a mom to not be overprotective of your child. I know this because I'm a mama lion. I'm a lioness, and I have a cub, and I'm very protective over her. She got off the bus today. Well, first of all, she's light skinned. And she got off the bus today, and she had like a little bruise on her face, and anything, like if she gets overheated, her cheeks turn rosy. If she runs too hard, her cheeks, anything, she's going to turn rosy. But she had a little bruise by her eye, and it came from her rubbing her eye too hard. The bruise is gone now. That's how I know where it came from. But as soon as she got off the bus, I was like, "What happened to you? Who did it?" Like I was ready. So I get the mother's love thing. But here's the thing. NLE Chopper is a grown-ass man. That boy like 24, 25 years old. You might not have heard from him because he might have been in something. Because I've also been somebody's child. Now, my mom, and she got children, she understood when I moved out of her house, she would call me. Of course, she would check on her baby. She prayed for me. She checked on me, all that good stuff. But she also understood I was grown, and that perhaps maybe I was doing grown folk stuff. And maybe in that situation, he was doing grown folk stuff. I'm just saying. And I'm going to tell you something else. and this might be a little bit of too much information. Yeah, I fight. Listen, they not elementary school kids. They middle school kids. These niggas look like they my age. First of all, my baby ain't in elementary school no more. She in middle school now. But I will say this. You know, I always, no matter what I do, I want my mother to check on me. I want her to make sure I'm good. But I did have a situation. I'm going to give you an example real quick and then we're going to move on. I was married. My ex-husband stopped giving me the D to answer the phone for his mother. And from that day forward, what I said was this: if a man is ever with me and he stopped doing what he doing to answer the phone, I don't care who it is. We in the middle, and she ain't called like 10 times. She called one time. He stopped and answered the phone. You stop in the middle of what we got going on to answer the phone for anybody, that's a wrap. I'm not even turned on no more. I don't want none of that. You can keep that. Keep it. I'm good. But so, you know, at some point in time, even though a mother's love is very necessary and I'm always gonna love my cub, there's a point where you have to let them breathe a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Let him breathe. He all right, and I'm quite sure he called her since Friday. I don't care if it's Mob Dukes. Nigga, if you are inside of me, listen, Doc, let me tell you, I'm gonna put this on the screen real quick. I don't care if it's if your member is inside of my situation, I don't care who's calling. She gonna wait until we finish. She gonna wait till you bust in the night. She gonna wait till I come, and then you pick up the phone and you call her. You don't call her while you inside of me. I'm sorry. I don't care what you or no other nigga say. And as long as it's dead. I don't want you no more. I don't want you in me. I don't want no parts of you, because no. She can wait. And by the way, what she wanted was nothing. She just wanted to talk. She can wait. Nah, ain't no brutal. That's facts. No, don't you stop what you doing with me. We in the middle of it. I mean, in the middle. It was getting good too. And then you stop what you doing to answer the phone. No. And I'm your wife. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm your wife. No, nigga. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And this is why I'm single right now, because it's some shit I'm just not going to go for. Sorry. Just not. I'm not going for it. Don't you ever in your life stop fucking me to answer no fucking phone call. I don't give a fuck who it is. You wild for that, cat. Too funny. Nah, I ain't wild for that. That's the truth. When you married, and specifically in that situation, when you're married, right? Your household is your home now. You've started a whole family of your own. And the key is to try to keep your marriage together. And when you're doing shit like that, I'm just, fellas, just for y'all, it's not, no woman, especially if she's your wife, wants to be put on the back burner because your mother called and y'all in the middle of having sex. I'm sorry. That's just, that's ridiculous. Nah, y'all wild for that. Like, that's some bullshit. Nope. Not going for it. Ever. In life. But anyway, let's move forward. It's just not happening. You gotta get off your mother titty for once. Be a grown up. You're a grown man. You trying to start a family. You can't start a family if you stop fucking your wife to keep answering phone calls for your mother. It's just not. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. You gotta come inside of her for her to... That's not how it works. Nope, you don't do that. So any man that does that, stop fucking me while to answer a phone call. I don't give a fuck who it is. That's a dead issue. Automatic turn off. I'm not gonna get turned back on. Next, let me do this real quick because I want to stay in the mothers. Yeah. Call your mother first. Call her before you start fucking me. Or call her after. But don't do it while you fucking me. Like, that's bullshit. It's some bullshit. No. Call her later or call her before. Don't call her while or during. And don't answer the phone. Because he didn't even necessarily know that it was his mother. She had no special ringtone and no shit like that. He just picked up the phone. Oh, it's my mother. Hey, Ma. How am I supposed to be tired doing at that point? And your mother on the phone. I'm automatically. If my mother on the phone, I'm gonna be turned off. It's a mom. I can't think about sex after a mom is on the phone. Like, get the fuck real. Like, come on, man. Yeah, definitely call her before you start having sex. Speaking of moms, of course we all know, and I hate to bring these people up because they annoy the hell out of me. I swear, these people annoy me. But Blueface and his mother going at it because Blueface done proposed to his original baby mom, not Krishan, his original baby mom. I guess his mother's not happy about it. I think that she got some issues because, like, why are you... Let your son grow the fuck up and let him choose. I understand that you're his mom, but at some point in time, baby, again, take that nigga off your teeth and let him grow up. If that's who he want to marry, that's who the fuck he want to marry. And there's nothing you can say about it. And I'm not even bringing... Well, I'm going to bring Krishan up, but in a whole different situation. It ain't this one. Let that boy grow up. But he proposed to his girl at a football game the other day. Well, his baby mother at a football game the other day. They got 2 kids together, besides the kid that he got with Krishan. I mean, technically, he should have did the right thing a long time ago, but he decided he wanted to do the right thing. Yeah, well, it's on the GAB beat, so I have to talk about it. But yeah, eventually, you know what I mean. Like, you gotta get to the point, lady, where you gotta let it go. If your son wanna be with Jaden, then let him be with Jaden. If you want to be with Krishan, let him be with Krishan. And then she's weird because she wishy-washy. She all over the place with her shit. But he going at her now. Like, he talking about her ring, her husband, and how she's a whore, and how she got 3 baby daddies, different baby daddies, and then she got married to 3 other niggas. What else? It was a lot. It's a lot. I just say, let him figure out what it is that he need. Because at the end of the day, he can't marry you. He got to marry somebody else, whether it's a woman or a man. He can't marry you. You're his mom. You're married. Focus on you. Don't focus too much on what he got going on. He'll learn some lessons, and I've learned this as a parent. Some lessons they have to learn on their own. You can tell them. You could definitely be like, all right, you know what? I don't think this is a good idea, but they're going to do what they want to do anyway. So just let them learn a lesson and then be there for them when that shit come to kick them in the ass. That's all. That's it. That's it. That's it. So it is what it is. Yeah, they definitely snuck in a GAB beat, though. But and so since we already with them, let's get to Krishan. Everybody on this thing about her renting this house. I mean, she did say that she bought it, but now the house is back up for sale and all of that good shit. And it's her business. It's her house. She gotta figure out how to live. Mind your business. Except for when I tell you people's business. But yeah, it's like real shit. Some shit you have to let them learn on their own. Now, that's not to say be an irresponsible parent. That's not to say that... But when they're grown, when they're in their 20s and up, and I know this because that was a battle that, you know, I personally went through as, you know, me coming up and my parents and shit like that. Some shit you just gotta let them learn on their own. And then just be there, have their back. Don't necessarily gotta be like, I told you so, but, you know what I mean? Well, baby, you feel me? And me and my mom, which is great now, but, you know, when I'm talking about those years, we was teens and early 20s. One thing that I love about me and my mom now is that we are at the point where we can have conversations about life experiences. She give me her experiences. I let her know what my experiences are. And then we sit down and we have a conversation about it. And I take in what she has to say if it makes sense, if it's logical, and vice versa. But, you know, they have to be able to grow up. I don't know if her issue is him growing up, though. It's weird. She got like a weird situation with him. Just like, so now back to the Angela Simmons situation and the Krishan situation. See what I'm saying about that generation back? They're not necessarily worried about fiscal responsibility. They just living their best fucking life it's all shits and giggles to them. So I don't know that any of them know anything about fiscal responsibility, but responsibility in general, because now both of these chicks I'm talking about are parents. So, you gotta worry about not just you, but your kid too. That's very important. But anyway, let's move on. Remember to like, share. Hold on, I gotta put this back on the screen. I hate having to keep doing this, but I'm on one right now, and I'm doing some things different around here. So y'all just gotta work with the kid. Oh, Doc, I got something to tell you in Knox tomorrow, and I'm gonna say now, and I'll say it again tomorrow, that from his perspective, y'all were right, and I get what he was saying about why, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. We're not gonna talk about that tonight. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Just say Jay-Z, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Drop a comment, call in, text 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. Ask me to drop the link, and I will. And but just be on your best behavior, and also remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. We appreciate it deeply. I'm gonna leave that on the screen for right now. Just all out there doing whatever. That's what they do right now, and it's cool. And I guess in their minds, like, the money is gonna last forever. I'm here to tell you, baby, it is not. Do you know how fast hundreds of thousands of dollars can go? Easy. Shit, how? 10 stacks is like 1,000 right now. So, you know what I mean? Like, inflation done changed everything in the game. It's not the time to be irresponsible. No care in the world. No, they don't got no care in the world. It's not the time to be irresponsible, but, you can't tell them nothing because they're grown. I'm grown. I'm doing what I want to do in my situation. That type of situation. But we've all been there. So let's keep it moving. We're not going to stay on these hooker holes for too long. Let's get into this DJ Envy situation. I really haven't talked about it because some situations I really want to, sit on for a minute and see how it plays out. But the feds said they did not raid iHeartRadio. They said no raid took place. But let's get into it. So DJ Envy's business partner, Caesar Penna, was arrested on fraud charges on Wednesday that just passed. But reports that federal officials raided iHeartRadio offices and removed electronic equipment is not true. This according to the federal law enforcement sources. So everybody, cause there's a lot of vloggers out here, a lot of podcasters out here like, yeah, they ran up at iHeartRadio and they took stuff out of there. The feds are saying that's not true. They didn't go in there and take anything out of there. They didn't raid the place or none of that stuff. So Envy's lawyer, Massimo D'Angelo, says that the reports are yet another example of the continued sensationalism in the media to attach his client's name to this story, even though he insists Envy is one of the victims and not a perpetrator of the alleged fraud. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get to that. I got so much to say. I got so much to say in this situation. I've been waiting to lock and unload this one for a minute. Law enforcement sources say same and a source so the law enforcement says the same thing, it didn't happen, and sources at iHeartMedia also confirmed that it did not happen as well. No equipment was removed. So what's been said is the New Jersey Division of Drug Enforcement Administration and the FBI all had a part in investigating the case, and officials were at the offices to alert Envy that Penna had been arrested. And they have the official statement, they put up United States Attorney District of New Jersey. So this statement came from them. And this is what it says. As alleged in the complaint, Pena exploited the celebrity status and social media to develop a devoted following of potential victims, promising returns that were too good to be true. Pena allegedly defrauded dozens of people of millions of dollars. Our office is committed to protecting the public from these schemes and prosecuting those who lied to investors for their own personal gain. This is Philip R. Salinger. I don't know how to say it, Salinger. And he is the United States Attorney for the District of New Jersey. Pena was charged with one count of wire fraud and pled not guilty before being released on a $1 million bail. He's not allowed to leave the state and is restricted to his home. He got the box. He's on the box. He got electronic monitoring. He is on the box. Emmy has not been charged with any crimes and has steadfastly maintained his innocence, claiming he lost $500,000 of his own money in deals. Let me talk about it. Oh yeah, I gotta get out of here. So that's why this is the last story of the night. But let me talk about it real quick. And I'm gonna run through my quick topics real quick. Let me talk about it real quick though. I don't know if Envy is complicit in the crime, and I also don't know if Envy is not complicit in the crime. Because here's the thing. When you're talking big money, it's millions and millions of dollars being invested, and then you I'll say it was his responsibility because he was promoting. He was out there. Like, it's videos. I posted today alone a couple of videos of him promoting. I even had a comedian chick on there who was talking shit about the situation because she couldn't understand it and she couldn't get it either. She just was like, what? Like, so I'm trying to understand and the situation, and to be honest, he really couldn't explain it. So yeah, it's this situation is getting deep. And yes, Envy really might turn state's witness or go to prison. Situation is interesting. It is. That's why I'm on it. And I think I want to stick on this one a little bit longer just because it's so much involved in the situation. Joe Biden's got jokes because his name and brought up in the situation, but basically he told Envy it was a Ponzi scheme. But I guess he basically saying you should have listened to me. Let me see what you said, Doc. There's a video of Envy and Pena discussing the business. It's all over the social media. It's a lot of videos all over social media. I just told you I posted 2 today. It's a lot of videos. I think one of them came from maybe, I don't know where I got that video. It's a couple of them. It was a couple of videos I posted today, and I'm just saying, we don't know. Yeah, they saying that, but at the same time, too, also think about it like this. Envy is in a position where he has a lot of powerful people around him. He knows a lot of big wigs and big names. iHeartRadio is not for shits and giggles. We on iHeartRadio. You know what I'm saying? So, it's some big wigs in the iHeart office. So, they fight for what they feel is, their people if they want to, if they feel like they're really worth it. So it is what it is. This is an interesting situation, so I can't wait to see how this turns out and how this plays itself out, because it's a lot in this situation. It's a lot. A lot of people were taken for millions. He said $500K. It's people out here who invested millions of dollars in this situation and are out of millions of dollars. That dude got him, but they probably gonna make him pay. Not only is he gonna go to prison, but he gonna have to pay restitution as well. So we gonna see how it plays out. We gonna stay tuned, and we gonna keep our ears on the GAB beat and find out what's happening, because we nosy, baby. Yes, it's definitely time to get to the love note stuff. Interesting. An interesting situation. That's why you gotta watch who you partner up with too. I know it seemed like to most I seem like a bitch, and I don't care. I don't care because I take my business serious, and I don't want nobody coming in and trying to fuck my shit up because of their own malicious purposes. Get on point or get the fuck off board. You don't have to be here, and you don't have to have nothing to do with what I got going on, and what I got going on don't have to have nothing to do with you. But don't come in trying to destroy what I got going on. And if you ask me, Envy was crazy because he let that nigga come in, and it's kind of like tainting his brand a little bit. It taints his brand, so I'm still holding Envy accountable, even if he say he a victim or whatever. He gonna do what he got to do to get out of trouble, but I'm gonna hold him accountable. I'm gonna hold Envy too. I'm gonna hold him accountable for this shit right here because you knew some shit was going on. 500,000 compared to millions. The fuck out of here. All right, let me get to these love notes, y'all. I love y'all, and this is why I do this. Let me explain the love notes real quick. So here's the thing about love notes. I used to call it love. Doc kept calling it show notes. And we used to argue about it a little bit, just a little bit. Not a real argument. You know how we go through my Brazilian man and I go through our, he's not Brazilian, by the way, he's black. But my Brazilian man and I go through our quarrels. Well, he's American. I ain't going to say he black because a lot of Brazilians are black too. We go through our little love quarrels from time to time, and this is one that we had to compromise on. So now we call it love notes because it's love plus show notes equals love notes. So that's why that's the name of it now, love notes. And we're going to stick with it because I think it's a good fit. So now for the love notes. Let me get to it. Ew, love notes. I want to show love to anybody who listens to this podcast. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate you. Big shout out to my top 6, the United States, the United Kingdom, India, France, Canada, Belgium, specifically Brussels. I love you guys. I do. Russia. I love you. Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, Kenya. I love you guys. You guys rock. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Japan, Ireland, Nepal. I love you all. I do. You guys are extraordinary. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, Canada, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela. Hi, babies. Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, honeys. I love you guys. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate you so much for downloading this podcast, listening to it. You don't have to, but you do, and so I appreciate you for it. Big shout out to anybody who's watching from Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to hit the like button, babies. But I appreciate you guys, and thank you for tuning into this podcast. Big shout out to Professor Doc holding it down. Big shout out to Rock for coming through and showing some love. Okay. And then we have an announcement tonight. I have to get to that real quick. So, I hate to announce this on right now, but I'm going to announce it. So, this next show right here, King Knox, shows from now on, King Knox will no longer be on the show. He said and I'm going to read the message. So he said he's going to fall back on the show and focus on his music. He said me and Doc pretty much have a great thing going, which I don't know what that means. Appreciate everything. He said he appreciates everything that I've done for him and he enjoyed the show, and it's all love. And so it's all good. So as of tomorrow, we still doing the tapping. That's not going to stop because this show never stops. Like, the show must go on. But King Knox won't be on the show anymore. So that's that. Cover that. You got that? We good. Okay. Also, so another announcement before I get to all of my other stuff that I got going on. So My mom has been doing this. She's been going back and researching our ancestry. This is why, a lot of people say, well, black people don't know where they came from, and they don't know. Well, I do. I know a lot about myself. But what I decided to do, I'm working on a docu-series right now, and I'm gonna start with my. Let me see. So my great. I'm gonna start with my grandmother's side, and it's her father's side of the family. I'm gonna start with them because it's a very interesting story, and I'm so intrigued by the story. So I'm gonna start with them, but it's gonna be a full series on a lot of my lineage and where I come from, and it's gonna come in parts. It's not all going to come at one time, so it's going to come in parts. And the first part focuses on our beginnings in Norfolk, Virginia. Well, actually, I guess you can kind of say I'm not going to linger on that too much. You can kind of say it starts in England and then drifts to Norfolk, Virginia. Interesting story. It's a lot of twists and turns in the story, so I can't wait to tell it. But I'm excited. And I asked my mom, was it cool? She said, yeah. So I'm here. I'm here for it. So yeah, I'm definitely with it. Yeah, I'm excited to do this one. But I'm gonna actually take my time and focus on it and put it together the proper way. So that's something I'm working on right now too. I've been a busy woman, and I don't think that people was like, I'm trying to put this thing together and make sure, it's right. So it is what it is. All right. So let me get to my boo comments real quick. We are worldwide. Worldwide. Tell your mom you love her before taking your lady or your wife to Pound Town. I'm just saying you should. I mean, you shouldn't want to talk to your wife. Why you doing that with your wife anyway? Or your girlfriend. You shouldn't want to talk to your mom doing that. That's sick. I feel like Blueface and his mom was talking, doing whatever. Top Flight, catch the vibes with Cat Lee and stay away from Ponzi schemes. For sure. Because there's a lot of them out here. People be trying to run game all the time, honey. All the time. So it is what it is. Yeah. But, so, that's that. Let me say the things that I'm supposed to say, though. I gotta say the things I'm supposed to say. Yeah, baby. So tomorrow we will be doing the tap-in. Still same premise. Doc, I don't know. Do you still want to do the since it's only me and you now, do you still want to do the final exam? I'm here for it. I'd like to see if I can guess, but whatever. You let me know. Join the conversation though. Call in 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. You can drop a comment, call in, leave a text, all of that good stuff. Be on your best behavior, or you can ask me to drop the link. Again, be on your best behavior. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. Yes, we do. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. And if by chance you want to donate to this show, you can. You can. $ capital LURLUCIDITY, Lure Lucidity, to lure them in clearly. That's what that means. So make sure you check out our coffee.com. All of the good shit is going over there. So just make sure you're on point for that. And if you're looking for us on coffee, it's Ambitiously ENT. Let me move forward because we got some things going on. Also, so y'all, I was trying to wait. Hold on, let me make sure I give y'all the right date because I don't want to say that wrong. I've been working on this Fire Friday. I said Fire Friday. I've been working on, and this Fire Friday, I wasn't here because I got sick, but I did do a show on Saturday, so you can go check that out. But not only that, Thorough Thursdays is definitely showing up. I got some things in order, but I decided to wait until we got into the month of November. So November the 2nd is the actual date for the first aired show for Thorough Thursday. So you know that. And that's that. What else we got going on? Big shout out to my DJ. Go DJ, because that's my DJ. And we got some things lined up for me and him as well. Well, with the Thorough Thursday and the Fire Friday, because he's incorporated in the whole situation, the promotion we got going for that. So big shout out to my DJ, Rukazy. Make sure you check out his page on Facebook. It's Rukazy. I'm gonna make sure I have all that information available for y'all. And if you would like to come on the show, hit us up. ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Yes, baby. Do that. Make sure you do that. So let me get to these comments real quick before I get to my other shit. Okay, we can sad about. No, it's not sad. He gotta focus on the things that he needs to do, which is his music. He's an artist. That's what he needs to focus on. That's what he needs to focus on. I'm not sad. People. One thing I've learned about doing this podcast, and it's crazy because I've been doing it for 3 years. I've had co-hosts before, and those co-hosts, dang, where my little clip go? Those co-hosts either stay or they go, and it's up to them. And I'm fine with that. I'm gonna keep doing what I do, and nobody gonna stop that. I need my clip. Yo, it's hot as crap right now. And it ain't no hard feelings to not. You feel me? Like I need him to focus on what he needs, because that's where his heart is. That's where his passion is. And to be honest with you, he was doing the show and all, and it was all love, but that's not where his heart is. So why would you do something where your heart not in it? You feel me? So I ain't mad at Knox. Knox doing what he need to do for him and his family, and I support it. Always got my support. But I just wanted to know how you wanted to move, because it'll only be 2 of us in the audience now instead of 3, which is still can happen. So it is what it is. But I ain't got, Knox doing what he got to do, and ain't nobody mad at him for that. Let's put this on the screen. Goat. Yes, let's put that on the screen. First things first. Mind your business is stuff on Media Mondays, where I come here to tell you everybody's business, because as long as I get this tea on these GAB Beat streets, I'm spilling it. I'm here to tell you all of that shit. I'm here for it. So make sure you do that. Come in for the tap in. Now it's me and Doc, Professor Doc. We're going to be doing our thing on Tuesday. We're going to have some discussions about music and all of that good stuff. And then he going to give me this trivia that I'm this final exam that I'm scared of. But, I got this. I feel like I could still, do my thing. Well, I was already a champ at it anyway. But other than that, mind your business. Love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies to be the greatest that they can be. Remind them that they are the greatest of all time. Y'all, I started my speeches back up, but now it's on the bus stop, but it's cool. But remind them that, they need that encouragement. They need to know that they are the GOAT. So if they want to work for NASCAR, then tell them to be the best NASCAR driver, pit boss, freaking commentator, or whatever the hell else they do over there in NASCAR. I don't know. I've never worked there. If they want to work for NASA, make sure that you tell them to be the best astronaut, engineer, secretary, janitor, receptionist, or whatever the hell else they do over there at NASA. I don't know. I don't work there. But whatever it is, encourage them to be great. They need that encouragement. Stay in your lane. Don't jump in mine. You don't want to be in my lane. You jump in my lane, you get this. You don't want her. She's not very nice. You want her. She's sweet, kind, cuddly, and cute, and all that good stuff. Big purr. Hey, you big purr. Or at least this. Because baby. When Cat is purring, she is a happy girl. But, you don't want that first one. She not that nice. Yep. Hey, you big purr, period. Period. So, it is what it is, but stay in your lane. What usually happens when you jump in other people's lanes is a collision, and who the fuck needs that? Nobody. So just stay in your lane. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle to be fought. Some battles you gotta be like, all right, you won. You got that. It's a war going on outside, and so you need to worry about the war and not necessarily small, minute, bullshit ass battles. You feel me? I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it makes big sense to me. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. Okay? Some shit you just gotta be like, all right, you won. You got it. That's you. You feel me? Worry about the war, don't worry about the battle. Y'all, this was fun. We had a few things to talk about tonight. Had some revelations tonight, which is good. Sometimes we need to know about these things so that we can set our situation in motion. But it is what it is. And with that being said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. Big per AU. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get my kid ready for school tomorrow. I gotta be up at 6. Get her out the door, get some work done, and then come back and do the show all over again tomorrow night. So, we booked them busy right now. We booked them busy. But it's all good. I don't got no complaints about it. I got no complaints about being booked them busy. I'm trying to be in this place where I stay focused and I do the things that I need to do versus the things that I necessarily want to do. For this podcast, I take this business very kind. I need to be on my business of putting everything together. And so I've been trying to focus on that a little bit more, more structure, more infrastructure, just staying focused, staying determined. I know what it is that I want to do over here, so I'm going to do it. And ain't nothing going to stop that, honey. Nothing. And that's that. So yeah, I got to get up out of here, but I love y'all. Be safe. Stay out of trouble. Doc, no Brazilian man, without me being around, because I got ride for you and all that. But anyway, I gotta go. I love y'all. Hold on, let me take this band off of here before I do that. I gotta go. I love y'all. Be safe. What the hell is happening right now? I don't know. I'm still on the fence about this particular platform, but for right now, we're using it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to switch back over to the other one that I was using. But we're going to find out. But other than that, y'all stay safe. Stay out of trouble. And that's that. There's nothing more I can say to that. Just stay out of trouble. Stay safe. And I got to get out of here. I love y'all. Bye. I don't know what's going on.